Hi, this is Alvaro Crosco, and this is the second video on working with actors in Unison. On this video we'll work through a very simple simulation of a mine site where we have some miners mining for some mineral and a truck that takes that mineral and delivers it somewhere. So just as before, we'll start with a main function which will instruct to sleep for a little bit to allow our simulation to run. Next, we'll create a top-level actor representing our mine. And we'll spawn our first miner. And our miner will just log that it is mining. Okay, mining takes time, so the way we will model that is by having the miner actor wait a few seconds and then report that it is done mining. Alright, so if we run this now, we should see the mine actor running and the miner mining for a few seconds and then reporting that it's done. Let's now create another miner. We can start by copying the original miner. And if we run it again, we can see the two miners running in parallel. Okay, but we don't want this duplication right now. And the behavior of both miners is the same, but we're repeating it. So what we'll do is we'll define the behavior up here. We'll call it miner behavior. And now both of these miners can reference that behavior. Okay, so what are these miners mining? Let's say they are mining iron, and after 3 seconds they have mined 5 amounts of iron, and now they need to pile up this iron for a truck to pick up and deliver. So the way we'll model this is by having a truck actor. And for this truck, we'll do the same thing as we did for the miners. We'll define its behavior up here. And this truck will start waiting for iron. Truck behavior. And we will model the miner piling up iron for the truck by having the miner actor send a message to the truck with the amount of iron that they're piling up. So in order to do that, the miner behavior needs to have a reference to the truck actor reference. Well, a reference to the truck actor. So what we can do is have that truck actor ref be a parameter to the miner behavior. And once we have that, we can, after we have mined 5 iron, we can now use the actor send function to send that iron to the truck, which represents piling it up for the truck. So now when we spawn the miner, we need to give it, when we use its behavior, we need to give it a reference to the spawned truck. Okay, so we're sending the iron to the truck, or piling it up, but we still need to have the truck actor receive it. So we'll say We'll receive the iron, and then we'll log that we've received it. Okay, and if you remember from the previous video, receive only receives once. So if we want to keep receiving, which we'll have to do, we'll have to wrap this in a forever loop. So to test this, we'll increase the length of our how long this sleeps, and then we'll see what happens when we run it. Okay, so the two miners mined for 3 seconds, and then they sent the truck 5 amounts of iron, and then the truck continues waiting for iron. And then nothing happens because these miners stopped mining after having mined once. So we actually want the miners to also continue mining after they have mined and sent the iron to the truck. So we'll also wrap their behavior in a forever loop. So if we run it again, we should see that the miners continue mining. Okay, and the truck continues waiting for iron. Okay, so assuming the truck has a capacity, a limited capacity, once enough iron has been piled up, we want this iron to, or this truck to make a delivery. So the truck will have to keep track of how much iron has been piled up. So it will have to keep track of state. The way we'll do that is by keeping track of the state in a parameter to the truck's behavior. So we'll say amount piled, and then when we start the truck behavior, we'll tell it that 0 amount has been piled. That's the initial state. And every time we receive iron, we need to update that amount that has been piled for the truck. So instead of this forever loop, what we'll do is perform this once, its behavior once, where we receive iron once, and then we will continue with the same behavior, but we will increment the amount piled by the amount that we have received. So to make sure that this is working correctly, we will also log how much has been piled so far. Okay, if we run it, okay, the truck starts with 0 piled, and then as the miners start piling up iron, you can see the number go up. But now let's say the truck only has a capacity of 30. So once the pile has reached 30, the truck needs to make a delivery. So what we will do is, as part of the truck behavior, at the beginning, we will check if we have enough to fulfill the truck's capacity. So if the amount piled is greater than or equal to 30, then we will make a delivery, which we'll simulate by just having the truck actor wait for a little bit. So we'll say making delivery, and making a delivery, you could say, takes 7 seconds, and then we'll log that it's done with delivery. Done delivering, and now we continue with the previous behavior of the truck, but now the piled needs to be decremented by the amount that the truck delivered, which is a capacity of 30. Okay, and if we haven't reached the amount of 30, then we can keep the previous behavior, which was to continue receiving. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, miners are mining. The truck has received some iron. It's piled up to 25 to 30 now. So the truck decides to make a delivery, which brings its pile back to 0. And then the simulation continues on until our main function exits. So this gives you a very very simple demonstration of how to create a simulation with actors. On the next video, we'll take the same code and try to clean it up a little bit. Maybe make it easier to read, easier to maintain. See you then.